If someone can control your emotions, they control your life. And right now, most people can move you with a sentence, one comment, one insult, one moment of disrespect, and suddenly your tone changes, your posture changes, your behavior changes. You call it being honest. You call it standing up for yourself. But Machiavelli saw it differently. He understood something most people never learn. Reaction is a leash, and the moment someone can pull it, you stop being in control. By the end of this, you won't just understand emotional intelligence. You'll understand the brain switch that makes you calm when others lose control, and unreachable when others try to manipulate you. Because the strongest mind in the room is not the loudest one. It's the one that cannot be moved. Before we continue, lock this identity in your mind. Comment, I control my reactions, because everything that follows depends on that decision. Most emotional reactions are not accidents, they are tests, subtle ones. A co-worker makes a small joke about you in a meeting, not aggressive, just sharp enough to get attention. Everyone looks at you. If you react, immediately defend yourself, argue, explain you. Think you're protecting your reputation, but what actually happened? You revealed your trigger, and the moment someone maps your trigger, they gain leverage. Humans constantly test social hierarchy, not consciously, but instinctively. We observe reactions to determine strength. If someone insults you and you explode, they learn something. If someone challenges you and you rush to explain, they learn something. Your reactions become data, and once someone has enough data, manipulating you becomes easy. This is why Machiavelli wrote, "He who cannot control himself will be controlled by others," because emotional reactions expose the pressure points of your mind. Most people fall into this trap because they interpret provocation as a personal attack, but in reality, it's usually something else. A psychological pro. The moment you stop asking, why did they say that? And start asking, why did they want me to react? You begin seeing the game clearly. And once you see the game, you stop playing it emotionally. Now here's the brain hack. It's not complicated. It's not mystical. It's one small interruption, the pause. Imagine someone criticizes you publicly. Your brain reacts instantly. Your heart rate rises. Your mind prepares a response. That surge is automatic. It's your amygdala, your brain's threat system activating emotional defense. And for about 3 seconds, it controls your behavior. Most people respond inside those 3 seconds, which means they are not responding strategically. They are reacting biologically. But something interesting happens if you interrupt that moment. If you pause, even briefly, control shifts from the emotional center of the brain to the rational center, the prefrontal cortex. Now you're not reacting, you're choosing. That pause changes everything. Instead of defending yourself impulsively, you observe. Instead of arguing, you analyze. Instead of reacting emotionally, you respond with precision. And suddenly, the power dynamic shifts. Because people expect emotional reactions, they are prepared for them. What they are not prepared for is calm silence. Remember this line, your power lives in the seconds most people waste reacting. Emotional detachment is often misunderstood. People think being calm means being cold or weak or disconnected. But emotional discipline is not about suppressing emotion. It's about not being controlled by it. Imagine someone criticizes your work aggressively. Most people defend themselves instantly. They explain. They justify. They try to repair their image. But a strategist studies the moment. What was the tone? Why now? Who is watching? What does the person gain from this reaction? This creates something psychologists call emotional distance. Instead of merging your identity with the criticism, you separate it. You observe the information without absorbing the attack. Why do most people fail at this? Because they fuse their identity with other people's opinions. If someone criticizes their work, they feel personally threatened. If someone disagrees, they feel disrespected. But power begins when you separate feedback from identity. The most dangerous people are not the loudest. They are the ones who are hardest to provoke. Now let's talk about silence. Because silence is one of the most misunderstood tools of psychological power. Most people fear it. In conversations, silence feels uncomfortable, awkward, empty, so people rush to fill it. They talk more, explain more, reveal more. But power works in the opposite direction. Silence creates psychological pressure. Imagine someone challenges you in a group. They expect argument, defense, energy. Instead, you pause. You look at them and say nothing. Now the tension shifts. They start talking again, trying to fill the silence, trying to justify themselves, trying to regain control of the moment. This is called the silence pressure effect. Humans are uncomfortable with unresolved social tension. so they expose more information to relieve it, which means the quiet person learns more while revealing less, and the person who talks too much loses leverage. Speak less, observe more. Let silence create gravity around your words. If you're building that kind of disciplined mind, subscribe to Ilu Codex. This channel is for people who study power, not react to life. And remember this principle: silence is not weakness, it is control. Comment: silence is power. Eventually, something deeper happens. You stop reacting to emotional triggers entirely. Someone praises you, you stay steady. Someone criticizes you, you stay steady. Someone tries sarcasm, you stay steady. Why? Because you no longer depend on external reactions to regulate your identity. This creates what psychologists call emotional immunity. Manipulators rely on predictability. If they know what angers you, they can trigger you. If they know what flatters you, they can control you. But when your reactions become unpredictable, their leverage disappears. The real reason most people remain emotionally reactive is simple. They still want approval or validation. Both create entry points into your mind. Approval seekers are easy to manipulate. But when your behavior is guided by internal standards, not external reactions, you become difficult to influence. And once people realize they cannot move you emotionally, they stop trying, because emotional control removes their tools. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. He wrote, "He who cannot control himself will be controlled by others." This wasn't philosophy, it was observation. People instinctively assign status based on emotional control. The calm person in the room appears powerful, not because they speak loudly, but because nothing seems to shake them. When your speech slows, when your reactions become deliberate, when your emotions stop leaking into every situation, people interpret that calm as authority. You don't need to demand respect. Your composure creates it. Now return to the beginning. If someone can control your emotions, they control your life. Most people never break that pattern. They react, they defend, they chase approval, they give away control without realizing it. But that identity ends here. You are no longer the emotional reactor. You are the observer, the strategist, the one who studies reactions instead of giving them away. When someone provokes you, you pause. When someone challenges you, you analyze. When someone tries to control your emotions, you remain unreachable, because emotional discipline is not coldness, it is power under control. Lock that identity in permanently. Comment: I control my mind. And remember this final truth: when people realize they cannot move you, they stop trying to control you.